Chief, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you.
So first thing I want to ask you is about multi-domain command and control, one of your priorities. Last year, one of the biggest pieces of news at AFA was the first bits of information about the multi-domain command and control review that you guys did. But since then, we actually haven't seen very much about how that has been put into place, what's changed. So I was wondering if you could dive into that a little bit.
So the report was completed by the team that ran that, General Saltzman, and a team that spent really a year looking at not only how do we fight, how will we fight in the future, tying to the national defense strategy, and how do we network capabilities in a way that takes advantages of our asymmetric advantage against the adversary. So the report produced an implementation plan. That plan just rolled out. I just sent this out to all the commanders, and it's got three essential lines of effort or elements to it. The first is developing concept of operations for how to do this networked warfare business differently. And so we have a Shadow Air Operations Center, a new set of war games, a Doolittle war game that's focused on the business of multi-domain command and control, and so that's going to happen this fall. And it's really important that we're bringing industry into the tent to help us with this, because they're thinking about this as well, and we want the best ideas coming forward. Second line of effort is about the technology and how we bring the new technology that's out there and look at open mission system architecture and how we bring that forward. And so we're working through a series of war games and how we do that. And then this third element is the people. How do we develop airmen who are steeped in the business of multi-domain command and control as a professional skill that can man certain elements of our air operations centers? And so they're trained, they're developed, they work within the network, they have upward mobility, they have command opportunities. So those three lines of effort are now ongoing. The implementation plan's moving, and we'll be on this journey for several years.
So what are the immediate next steps?
So probably the next thing that we're going to see is the Doolittle war game that will happen here next month. And General Saltzman is bringing the team together, again, bringing industry partners in as well, and really testing out these ideas on how do we network together. The next piece is actually happening right here, right now, this week, which is the discussion with industry on what technologies allow us to be able to bring open systems architecture and connect new capabilities. I mean, I was having one discussion with one of the CEOs that were here, and he was telling me about this great new weapon and how it's going to go from a stationary target to a moving target. And I said, and he said, and we want to get to that to the point where it can be steerable. I said, steerable by who? He said, well, steerable by the aircraft. I said, okay, that's interesting, but let me tell you where we need to go. It needs to be steerable by the aircraft, by a ship on the surface, by a small special operations team, by a MAGTF, a Marine Air Ground Task Force, by a Navy SEAL team, I said, if you really want to get me interested, then show me how you've built this new technology to be able to connect, share, and learn, so that we can, take advantage of our asymmetric attributes going forward. And perhaps most important in that dialogue is allies and partners. Have you built this so it's U.S. only? And I'm going to have to put the security walls up as soon as I start talking about allies and partners, when the National Defense Strategy tells us, rightly so, that we have to strengthen these key alliances that we have. So I would say that we have a lot of really exciting activity going on right now.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here and sharing your thoughts with us.
Absolutely.